Today we're at Angler, a 1 Michelin star restaurant in San Francisco by the Embarcadero Waterfront. The restaurant is just a stone's throw away from the San Francisco Ferry Building, if you're good at throwing stones. Otherwise it might take 2 or 3 throws. The Angler features a selection of seafood-focused dishes that you can either order a la carte or enjoy with their cook-for-you experience, in which you allow the kitchen to decide to bring out dishes based on what the chefs are vibing at any moment. Every cook-for-you experience will be different. I recommend going with a large party if you want to do the cook-for-you experience to get a broader range of what the Angler menu has to offer. To start, the kitchen brought out this glass tray filled with bluefin tuna and dashi jelly, accompanied by a seaweed rice crisp that looks like a jellyfish from another planet. The tuna and dashi assortment was packed with flavor, so much that the seaweed crisp could have been seasoned more lightly to allow the tuna to shine. This is the Embered Oysters with smoked chili butter. The chili butter was delicious, but it would have been nice to have the option to have less of it, as it overtook the flavor of the oyster. The kitchen then brings out these hot fried frog legs. Frog legs aren't an ingredient I see used very often, and even when it is used, it's usually overcooked or executed poorly. Not in this case. The seasoning was a flavorful blend of chilies, espelette, and paprika. The frog legs fried to the right consistency of crispy while maintaining a juicy interior. Wrapping up the starting courses was this Radicchio, which is a red leaf chicory commonly found in Italian cuisine. Now a common staple at Angler, this simple yet flavorful dish is dressed beautifully with a red beet juice sauce and fried shallots. The juice did have a tendency to splash, so the restaurant offers bibs specifically used with this course. For the love of food, take the bib, unless you want to go home with red stains on your clothes. Next came these grilled scallops, accompanied by seasoned blistered asparagus. The usage of pistachios in the asparagus dish was unique and reminiscent of how nuts are used in Asian cuisine. The diver scallop was executed perfectly, with a beautiful sear, carried by a gentle vermouth butter chive sauce. There was nothing overly fancy about this dish, just great ingredients and a strong intuition about flavor that made it a favorite of our visit. Moving into the fish and meat section of the menu, the kitchen brought out this seared lamb chop accompanied by a head of the woods mushroom dish. The mushroom had a nice grilled texture about it while preserving a tenderness, and the lamb chop was cooked well, accompanied by a black garlic sauce that was reminiscent of an Asian hoisin. This is whole Maine lobster seasoned with harissa spices and served with the sauce of the shells. Along with the fact that Sauce of the Shells is a great band name, the presentation on this dish was fantastic, and the sauce that came along with it was packed with flavor, but didn't overwhelm the lobster. This is Angler's sea bream dish. The skin was light and crispy, and I'm about to butcher the name of this, but the Swarna Dwipa sauce made of coconut, lemongrass, and ginger was reminiscent of tom kha in Thai cuisine. While the sauce was delicious, the bream didn't even need it, as its excellent preparation really brought out the umami and flavor of the fish meat. Moving into the dessert portion of the menu, the kitchen brought out this simple vanilla soft serve, topped with ember roasted cacao nips and salted caramel. So simple, yet so good. Lastly, this is what Angler calls its chocolate bar. A peanut praline custard interior surrounded by a sort of chocolate ganache exterior. To call it an elevated Snickers bar would do it injustice. So let's just say that this dessert dish was very, very, very good. And that was all the dishes we had during our visit. I have to say, for a restaurant claiming to be seafood focused, I was a little bit disappointed there wasn't more fish-forward dishes on the menu. But the dishes we did have were executed at a high level. More like casual fine dining rather than your usual hoity-toity course menu, which is great if you're looking for a less intimidating experience with food that is still excellent in its own right. If you're ever in the area, go check it out and let me know what you think. Thanks for watching.